Hello everyone. Today I would like to share with you how my Scratch game could include a scoreboard. So first let's take a look at the game. When I click the green flags, my instructions will pop up, and then I can move my cat sprite with my up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, and left arrow to catch the apple. When the sprite of the cat touches the apple, you will hear a chomping sound, and then the apple will have a bite taken out of it. So let's take a look at how this looks. Here are the directions which appear for 5 seconds. And then when my cat catches the apple, and he's a little hard to catch. There's a bite taken out of the apple, and then the apple continues on. Now I'm going to add a scoreboard. So when we make a score, we use something called a variable. The variable is in the orange tab called variables. So let's set the score to 0 first. Okay, so let's create a variable. We'll say make a variable. Let's call the variable score. We can call it anything we want, and I'm going to say that it's for all sprites. Okay, now you can see that the score variable is appearing here at the top. You can see I have it checked off here, and therefore it appears as 0. So when the green flag is clicked, the first thing I want to do is make sure my variable is set to 0. Then I want to add to my variable each time the apple is clicked. So I'll say change my variable by 1 when my sprites are touching. So it's going to chomp, and then my scoreboard changes to 1. Okay. Now I have to say, what happens if I reach the score of 5? So we're going to use the control called if. And we're going to check to see if variable equals 5. Let's see how the variable works so far. Green flag. I'm going to catch the apple. Let's see if my score goes up. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to change my variable name to score. There we go. Now my score changed to 1. Let's try it one more time. Make sure. There we go. Score is 2. Okay, now let's say, what happens if my score reaches 5? Well, 5 is the end of the game. So I may want to end the game and put up a new background saying game over. So I'm going to say, if, what happens? Let's put in some operators. Okay, if my variable is equal, or my score is equal 5, something will happen. Let's go to operators and say equal. This is the operator I need. So what has to equal what? Well, we know we want it to equal 5. And we want it to be a score here. Let's go back to the variables tab and grab the word score to put in the missing circle. So now what we're saying is if score equals 5, then what happens? Now you get to decide what happens here. Do you want it to put up a new background that says game over? Do you want it to reset the score to 0? Do you want it to change colors? What would you like to happen when the score changes to 5?